Hey dude, how you going, Axelris? Yeah, I'm just getting prepped to turn this whole thing on and see what happens with it. Probably going to turn it on in after I check a couple of more things. Okay. Interested to see how the load balancing on the bauxite turns out. Mine just worked with the second storage containers and splitters. Didn't work for me. Mine just worked with the storage containers, splitters and mergers didn't work. So you've got it working now? Is that what... I understand that correctly? Should... Okay. The load balance for the bauxite after your storage containers, you added the splitters and mergers. Those didn't work for me. Ah, okay. So over here, I've got... You haven't got all the bauxite though, have you? You've got just a few, or did you get all of it? Because in here, I have these lines coming in here, color coded. So like light or pinky, light pink is normal. Oh, you've got it all. You've got it all. Yeah, nice. I've got light pink for normal or a 600 line, and then dark, bright red will be a 780 line. That's how I know what these are, so I don't have to remember where they're coming in from. One of the 600 lines is two impures, but it ends up being a 600. So that'll be a 600 one because it's light red. 600, 700, and then this middle one here, the black one or the grey one, is the 300. That one, because it's uneven, you get that 300. One of them's going to be a impure line, no matter which way you look at it. These containers in this way worked for me, but the splitters and mergers seem to off-balance it. Okay. Yep, well I'm going to see how this goes anyway. That's what I'll be doing on this stream, is troubleshooting this whole system. And then because one of these lines is 300, well, it'll take a while for these to run low anyway. That's why I've got... I'll just go in here. That's why, so for example, this... impure line here will split and then merge and then split and merge and split and merge. So there's 4 rows of splitters and mergers to hopefully it should even it all out no matter what. But we'll just have to see over time how well that does or doesn't work. Hey Dan San. My PC is not that great. I actually wrote it down this time. It's just a Core i7 8700, 3.2 gigahertz, 32 gig of RAM, and I've just bought a new 2080 graphics card. But I've got the graphics turned down at the moment, trying to save on FPS to just 1920 1080 because I copied what Kibbs made a video on saving FPS, and that's why I've got a lot of my settings. Oh, I need to put this on. This always turns itself back off, this LOD dithering. But this setup for settings is what Kibbs had on. It's what he says he uses to save on FPS, so I just kind of ran with that, I guess, for now. But yeah, my computer's not that great, to be honest. Yeah, when I tried that in this exact way, it ends up balancing in the middle instead of all. Yeah, always auto off, it's annoying. Yeah. Okay, well, cheers, Axelrus. I guess I'll see how this goes. Guess that's all I can do. I've kind of got it load balanced, I'm hoping, throughout these machines. But, like, it'll take a long time, but let's just say, for example, one of these lines is getting more priority than another one. Eventually, I'm guessing eventually these machines here will back up with the bauxite, and it will back up all the way back to that load balancer down here. And I'm hoping it works out, but, you know. Hey David, yeah, I just got that new graphics card. But it doesn't hurt with, it doesn't help too much with this game to stop it lagging. But I think I'm going to power up. I've just ran around just before and checked everything as best I could. And the last thing I was going to do was put these crushers in here, because this is the final line here. So we get, what do we get? It's 2,200 divided by 4. So these 4 lines here, which I'll follow in a second, they are the finished product coming from the top. Those 4 lines up there, and I've used this pumping tower to bring them down, and then they will be coming across. These are the finished aluminium sheets, and then they go down into the train station, which Fry built the other day, and it's fucking sick. This train station, so that's obviously going to fill up. We haven't set the train up yet. And just for now, I've put these smart splitters on with the overflow. So as soon as that train station fills up, we just overflow into these, just so we can watch the system work. David Khan, that's all processor due to the lack of final optimization not being done as the game is not finished. Yeah. So basically, I've got to get a new computer. A much more powerful processor would be good, because my graphics card is definitely fine. Hey, that looks a bit... I know, that's fine. Cool. But yeah, so the quartz is all done. I've powered that up previously just to preload the lines. What's going to take the most amount of time is the water. Dan San, how many persons keep watching this big projects all the time? I don't know. But I've never really turned on a system and streamed it before. So this could go terrible when I put power on this. I do know one thing though, whether it goes good or bad, it's going to take ages before it gets up to full capacity anyway. So basically the water will pump up this tower, which you don't want to see in there because it's a hell of a thing inside here with pumps. The water will come up, go into this first floor. The water's going to come in here and it's going to mix with the bauxite, which I just showed before. That's going to make the alumina solution and the byproduct silica, which goes up to the next level. This is the silica I've already made with the quartz, and then the rest of the silica is made up of the byproduct, and that's going to go up these empty lines here, up there. Then the alumina solution goes in these white pipes here, goes up, and I split. I've forgotten how many lines I had here. What did I do? What have I got? 7 times 5? 7 times 5. 35. Yeah, so I split 36 lines of this into 35 lines just to make it even. So that's happening in here, which is this thing splits 36 lines into 35 lines. It's all merged in here, and this acts as a load balancer for the solution too. That's the plan anyway. Then we pump it up here. It's going to go across here. The aluminium solution is going to mix with the coal to make the scrap. The byproduct's water, and the byproduct will come down to this end and go down to this section of refineries on the first floor to use all that byproduct of water. That's why they're separated by this gap. Then once that's done, the scrap will all come. So there should be 15,000 scrap. That's all these lines. And that's going to come up here and get load balanced in this tower thing here. Then the scrap's going to mix with the silica in these 3 lines of foundries. Then when we run out of silica, we're going to use the pure recipe in these smelters here to get the rest of it. Yeah, I'm going to turn it on. Don't worry, I'm going to turn it on. And then yeah, all this copper is going to mix with the alloy ingots and then make the sheets. That's the plan. Everything's going to go perfectly smooth and there's nothing's going to go wrong. So what I did before was to try save on lag and power, just to make sure we didn't burst the system. We turned off the oil rig. So we had 80,000 because there's a few power stations actually on the oil rig. And we're using about 57,000 megawatts. So I turned the oil rig off just for this. So we'll see. So I'll turn it on now. If I connect this line here, everything should turn on. Hopefully. Alright, so they're all yellow because they are all done their thing. They're all like preloaded. These ones have already ran for a bit when I tested the quartz out. So it'll be the water that goes first. This is what the whole system's pretty much waiting on, is this water. See you, Dan. Alright, good. Come on. Alright, that seems to be getting the water. Yeah. So, yeah, with the power poles, it was actually 2 reasons we did it with this, with the micromanager here. Because it looks cool and it's just so much easier to power all these extractors just from up the top. It worked out well. Yep. Alright, so that's... Is this getting water? Not yet. It'll probably just take a bit of time. Yeah, it's in the pipe. It's gonna be sweet. So I only just had to put pumps on these end ones here because they have to get it up to this height. Alright. Good, good, good. We're already getting water up here. The rest of those should hopefully get water in them soon. Sweet, we've got water. We're already getting silica. Alright, so the problem I'm looking out for is this silica backing up. If this silica backs up, then we got problems. But it should hopefully get all used before it has a chance to back up. Alright, cool. We're making the white stuff. Excellent. Doesn't look like I've missed any power lines so far. Zeljoma, do you have got a safe share? Yes, we're going to share it, but we haven't just yet, no. We're definitely going to share it. Total Eclipse is making a website where people can share their files, so we're definitely going to use that. But yeah, Axorus, yeah, the eyedropper with area action seems to work pretty good. Okay, so all right, that's filling up. Now it just has to get through here. No worries, dude. See ya, Axel. What is this? Okay. doesn't look like... Oh yeah. Cool, cool. Just need these pumps to start moving. Come on. Oh, sweet, we're going. Yes. Yes. Alright. Ah. Let me out. Alright, here we go. We're getting it. We're getting the white stuff. Oh, we're already getting the... Perfect. Oh, I can see a mistake already. Where's that meant to go to? I think I just don't need that anymore. I think that's what that is. I don't need that. Cool. Alright. No! Oh, I thought the game crashed. This isn't the floor I want to be on. Alright, we're getting the scrap. Good. That's a good sign. All of these seem to have power. Perfect. Why do you have no water at all? Oh, because that's the byproduct coming back. And you need more solution, right? Yep, cool, that's fine. Alright. Oh yeah, that's a lot of scrap. Oh, what the... Oh, no. That's good. That's fine. Ooh, we're getting alley ingots. Oh, I see a red light. What's wrong with this? Why is that red? No power. Oh. Did I just disconnect the whole thing? Oh, it's bringing it up. Sweet. What's wrong with this one? Why is this getting nothing? Oh, here we go. It's getting it now. Alright, well, we're getting sheets. Alright. Well, this is going surprisingly smoother than I thought it would. Fry made this train station because he's American. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how well it does. What's going on, Flapper Dragon? How's this going? That one's not moving for some reason. Oh no, there it goes. And that one looks like it's struggling. But remember, these are not all 780 lines. These are 650 lines. I'm a bit worried about this one here. Not pulling enough in. That could definitely let me down. It's definitely something that we'll have to play with. Is that the... Yeah, because it's giving too much to the side ones. But the theory is that once this runs for a while, the lines that are getting like the full capacity 780 will back up. They should back up. Hopefully. See, this is going to back up now. Well, when this end one backs up. $100, yeah. And then that should start to even out the thing down the bottom, hopefully. Yep. That is the plan. It would just take a while to do it. Nico Hartel, was this hard to build? I currently stopped playing because I was too lazy to build the Aluminium factory and even out all the numbers. Yeah, it once you unlock refineries, it really starts getting like the game changes a lot. You really got to start doing maths and working stuff out. But I said before, that's when a lot of people decide they don't really enjoy it anymore. But I enjoy it. It's all part of it for me. I like trying to work out how much like the production lines are going to need and make sure the overflow's right and all the rest of that stuff. Yes, this did take... Yeah, Nico, this did take a while to build. It's actually going surprisingly smoother than I thought it was going to. Although this line here is really lacking. I wonder why. What is wrong with this line? That one. There it goes. No. Dan, I hit the item limit. How do I fix it? I sent you a reply. I replied to your message today. If you go to my community tab, where I asked about the issue, a guy called Caleb linked me to the Reddit thread, and it tells you to add the lines into the config ini folder file. So let me know if you can't see it there, because I think I thought that I pinned that comment so that other people could get it as well. Let me know if you can't find it. Command and all. But it's just it's a Reddit thread where they talk about it, and you basically open a config.ini file and put some text in there. I think this is starting to even out. Oh, damn it. This, if anything screws it up, it'll be this. I'll probably just have to play around with this load balancing thing I got here. Yeah, it should be. I've only got a few community posts, so it won't be that hard to find. David Kahn, I did a build with mods using refined power and Mark++ to make Steel Factory. It's doing 42,000 steel ingots per minute. What is the... I haven't used refined power, and I haven't used the Mark++. Does that give you more, like... You can suck more out of a miner? Is that how it works? Alright, so the train station's filled now. Okay, that looks... Oh, look at that. That's so stupid. Don't get me wrong, I love the math behind the late game. I got something like 400 hours with supercomputers and all that stuff, but somehow I got a problem with aluminium. Yeah, I had a massive problem with it too when I first did it in my vanilla playthrough. And it ended up being a machine, the byproduct of the machine. You've got to be careful with the byproduct of the machine. Because if the byproduct builds up, which I'm going to go check now for the silica, That'll stop it running. So we've got, which looks like it's happening right here, right now, to me right now. Oh, yep, Arkman. Hopefully it works for you, man. See this? This is going to screw me over here, I think. Oh, we're just building up this silica, right? And because it's not... This is probably... If this builds up to 100, then the machine won't work anymore. This one's at 45. And the reason this is backing up like it is because it needs to get used. Hopefully it's getting used quick enough. If not, if it's not getting used quick enough, I might power shard the machines, or I'll have to add a crushing machine to crush some of that silica. But where was that silica being used? The silica's being used. This is the recycled silica, these 4 lines, and it's meant to be getting used in this first production line here. This one here is all the recycled silica. So the problem that I was worried I was going to run into was, if I don't get enough aluminium scrap into here, I'm not going to use the silica quick enough. So, which it's kind of doing. That's the issue right now. But it should, I'm hoping, catch up once it all gets a chance to run for like an hour or so. These lines should build up fairly well. So if, Mark 4 building's doing 500 more. Yeah, I haven't used any mods like that. The only mods we've used are kind of like aesthetic ones and quality of life ones. We haven't used any mods that like make the machines faster or anything like that. Because we still want to... The reason we're using mods is like because we're doing such big production lines. We don't want to spend so much time with the tediousness of building massive floor platforms and etc. like that. How is that silica going? It's not really moving. That's going to be a big problem soon, I think. This could be the thing that screws me over. I might just manually grab the silica for now. Give it a time to build, give it a bit of a chance to build up, hopefully. So that one's building up, that's good, that's a good sign. That's that's got no silica. What the hell is going on there? Oh, well there you go. A missing belt. Okay. Cool. How is that one getting its... Oh, yeah. Grab that. I think I need to just add an overflow splitter for this silica. That's all I really need to do to stop the system crashing. Damn it. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to have to just do it one more time to hopefully give the system... It looks like it's hopefully catching up. Maybe not. Alright. It's not getting enough scrap. Alright. Get rid of all this silica. Go away. Where could I put a crushing machine? What's wrong with this machine? Oh, damn it, the water's built up. That's gonna hurt me. Let's drain this whole thing. That's why it's not getting enough silica. I mean, it's not getting enough scrap, that's why. That really filled up quickly. Let's get rid of it again. And then what? This will be backed up as well, obviously. Which will stop that making... Yep. No, that's alright. Cool. That's backed up, that's not good. What I think I might need to do, I was worried about this too because the fluid backing up will screw you over. Is that over full? Yep, it is. Okay. Do I have to watch it the whole time? Full pipe network. Cool. Oh, I need to get rid of this one too. But damn it. Alright. Because... get rid of this. This is actually going to, yes, turn into an absolute beast to troubleshoot. But I think I got a plan for it. this backed up? Yeah, it is. God damn it. Alright. If all of this part is working properly, it might be possible that you leak all the numbers of the production line. Missing pumps / output. No, the problem is that these machines, these whole production lines making the scrap, they use the solution, and all the recycled water comes down here to this end and goes downstairs to fill these refineries here. But these weren't using it quick enough. They weren't using it quick enough. Because the silica's bloody backed up. No! Alright, so that's why I need to... I think I need to... That's what's so difficult about aluminium production. What I need to do is make a crushing machine here, or 2 of them, and overflow, which is so good about the overflow option. I need to overflow some silica. What have I got? 6 lines into 4 lines. I'll overflow these 4 lines into these crushers. Yes, that's what I'll do. So if I go like this, let me think. I know how to do this. This is going to be easy. I get a... What am I doing? I need mental blank. I need a smart splitter. Put it there. 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 And there. And then I'll get rid of this. And then we want to go get a merger. Does that not split it unless I tell it to? We want to make this overflow. Yep, cool. Perfect. We'll make this one overflow too. And we'll just grab this into here. I thought this would be an issue. But with the new overflow, what's it called? With these new overflow splitters, these new smart overflow splitter option is going to make fixing this issue not too hard, hopefully. So if I make them overflow, Where are you going to come in? It's got to be... Still got to be OCD friendly though. And then I need to give power to this thing, which is no dramas. Look at that. I'm just going to go. Hopefully this doesn't kill the system too much. Alright, let's get that going. And then this one, well, I bring that down here. Perfect. Now this should go a long way to solving these dramas, hopefully. Oh, I'll probably have to flush the lines a couple times again. But that's just overflow. So it's only going to go to these crushers if this overflows. I'm just hoping it's enough. Right, so probably gonna have to flush these lines down here again. But not here. Yeah, these ones. So the reason again that these machines are yellow is because these recycled water lines have backed up. See, that's completely full, which is what screws a lot of people over when they're doing refinery stuff. Now I can no longer make scrap, because even though I'm completely full with what I need, because this line's full, I can no longer make what I want to make, and that will shut down the whole factory. So if I just flush these, should, now I've got those crushers, those overflow splitters on the crushers. Sure, I've got to flush each line, each production line, to hopefully kick it in the guts and get it going. I'll just do these other ones over here. Full pipe network. And all that scrap can start coming out again. I think I'm going to save the game once I flush this next. That should flush that pipe as well, shouldn't it? Yep. Do you have to sit there and watch it the whole time? Alright. Now look at it all come out. There we go. Alright, cool. Now these ones under here, Still not using the silica fast enough. How much does it put out? 20. What's this doing? That's full. Well, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. All right. So have a look up here. Hey Felix, looking good. Congrats on starting it up. Yeah, cheers, man. Definitely having some teething problems, which I knew would be the case, and what I thought it would be one of the main things I have to deal with is sorting out the byproduct of water, or the residual water from these, and making sure that doesn't overflow, which it is doing. And that's okay now. Let's check these ones. Yeah, I will make a video on this, but I do want to have it working. Fully working. And not just say, oh, I made this thing and it works. I want to actually have it. Uh-oh. Don't crash. Don't crash. Oh. Whew. I haven't saved it. I said I was going to save it. So, I'm going to save it right now. Because I don't want to have to do all that again. So this will take a minute or so. Yeah, it'll just be a matter of fixing it. JMW, the flow is 0. Yeah. If all of this is working, oh yeah, I've read that. But yeah, it's always going to have teething problems, this thing. Oh, it shouldn't be too much longer. Hooray. Alright. So that is making a hell of a lot more scrap than what was before, which is good because we want the scrap to be able to use the silica. How's this look? 32, 33. It's building up. You Kiko-chan Chan, you need to recycle the water to make the production work up. Yep, I know. That's what I'm working on now. I've got all the water going down to be used again, but because of the way the system's set up, I needed... Oops, I want to flush the whole system. So that's just the recycled water. I need these. These are the ones down here using the recycled water. You just need to quit the residual water from the water you need below for making alumina solution. Yeah. I have it set up so that... See, these machines are going to use all that water, but because the silica built up... Because the silica built up down here, they couldn't use the water. And the only reason the silica built up is because they didn't have enough scrap to mix. So hang on, why is that building up if... This should be going. This shouldn't be a problem. What's going on here? Is that belt connected? There should be no reason why this isn't moving along. Oh, there's just too much of it. Yep. That's what I just set up there. Yukio-chan. That's literally what I just set up just here, but I might have to play with this a little bit because I can't remember exactly how I set up these mergers and splitters. It might not be enough. Why is that going that way? Because it's going so fast, it's lagging. What? Why does that look like it's going that way? But yeah, I should be getting rid of more than what... You need to wait till the last one's empty. It's emptying the first ones first. You need to wait till the last one's empty. What was that first splitter supposed to be flowing? I think that just looks funny because of the lag. I could probably set this up a bit better. Why is that not... What have I got here? It's been so long since I set this up, I've forgotten. It's merging into there and then splitting there and there. It should just be flowing. Sorry, the first one going into the refinery. Felix, what was that first splitter supposed to be flowing? Do you mean back over here? Like, these aren't... They're kind of moving. Not fast enough though. I'm just going to take this silica out. Oh no, it's okay. We're okay now. I think it might have just taken a while to recorrect itself. That's fine now. What about this one? It's not using the water quick enough. I don't think. Which it needs to be doing. 300 per minute, that's good. Is that getting enough bauxite? water's definitely filling up. Oh, no, it's alright. Visual glitch, that's an output, yep. Yeah. This is probably letting me down too, actually. My my load balancer with the bauxite's not doing what I wanted it to do. So, I mean, I'm getting heaps of aluminium sheets, but this over here is probably going to have to be fixed up because it's not working as advertised. Tyrone, maybe the two lines merging have too much product to merge on the one line. Yeah, I thought about that too. But the thing is, I've got them merged into here, but why aren't these lines completely full? If, like this line here, why is it not getting any? Oh, it doesn't need to. It's fine. That's good. This side of the factory is good. All the silica's going. That's what we want to see. That's good. This one, I think it started to pick up now. The first machines have to empty the overload. David Ward, the first machines have to empty the overload, and as the backup slowly empties, each machine going down the line will move faster. Yeah. Yep. Which is what is happening. So I think the silica issue, once this line starts moving a bit, which it looks like it's doing now. Yes, alright, cool. So the silica issue is solved. Once this here fixes itself up, which it will very soon. There it goes. Cool. Yeah, the build up. Yeah, Tyrion. Yeah, cheers. Alright, so silica fixed. Now it's just the only thing that will be holding this factory back now will be that water. Actually, and the bauxite load balancing, which is not load balanced like I thought it was going to. Alright, so these machines here, which are using the recycled water from upstairs. Let me up. Which is probably going to back up. Oh no, that's good. That hasn't backed up yet. So really I just need to check. Because what I got here is lines of 20. So 2 sets of 10. And each of these machines pushes out 30 per minute of fluid. Which means a set of 10 times 30 is 300. That's flowing. Just get rid of this again one more time. I'm hoping if I just, now that I've fixed the silica issue, if I just flush these lines a few more times. You can merge 39 refineries at 100% if you want. Yeah, Felix. See you, mate. What? This is backing up now. Wow. That's actually, no, that's fine. Because if that's backing up, it doesn't matter. That means I've got enough in wherever that's going. Which is part of my plan for hopefully backing up the bauxite. Because there's no, like, once we have the scrap, there's no, like, backups in the system, like the refineries. So if that does back up, that's good, which means it'll make less water here. Which will need less bauxite. Which will give it a chance to, hopefully. Are you backed up? You don't have enough water. Because I flushed you. Okay. But you should be getting enough water very soon. Correct? Yes. Why do I see a red thing? Oh dear. In fact, I don't think that matters, to be honest. That was getting there, so that's alright. That's fine. That would have been alright. Maybe. Unless it wasn't... Unless it wasn't... That'll be alright. Oh, I'm tempted to just do a sneaky... Oh, man. I'm tempted to just do a sneaky split and merge right here. And like another split and merge right here. What are these ones like? I think I might... I think what I might do is, instead of trying to fix it down here, I can just chuck some splitters and mergers up here. Because there's plenty of room for it. Because they merge back halfway through the line here anyway, which is what I kind of needed. Alright. Yep. I think this is going to work. So if I just go... Boom. Boom. Are you doing the same thing? These ones look pretty good. Why is that? Oh no. That's... This is right here. That screwed me over. That could be one of... This could be... There we go. That could be something that's really... Like, none of these machines were getting any... Yeah. Oh my god. And then this water would definitely be backing up. Yep. Okay, so that's going to be... That's good, I'm glad I found that. Which, undoubtedly, this would back up with water now. These are back up. Yep. Let's just flush this. Yukio-chan, building the factory 10% of the time. Fixing problems 90% of the time. That's, yep. Yeah, that's the way. That's why I allowed. I knew this would have troubleshooting. Like, there's no way I could put this together and not miss a couple of things here and there. Alright, so that's why that would have been a massive drama not having that line in. Okay, now I'm going to do this again because I have a plan for this. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. Hey, Player Chew. Just fixing up what I can. Trying to make this thing run smoothly. Alright, so that's going to have to do the same thing again. I might just do it right about there. That's a little bit off even, but whatever. Oh, I don't know if I can handle that actually. That's better. Oh, that's good enough. Alright. So this line here needs to merge into that line. But it's okay because down halfway through the line, the overflow from this will go back into this one. So it's okay. Alright, and then I'm just going to do that again here. I think this one's okay because it gets what it needs. Then this one's going to need to merge here. Oh, baby. In fact, I could probably just... I'll do it right here. What the hell is that? It's not correct. Player 2, isn't that all the time? Endless cycle. Calculation, smoothing, designing, repeat. Yep. But once it's working, it feels good. It feels like even more of an achievement. It's generally only the refinery setups that give you the most trouble. If you got a set of like just assemblers and constructors and stuff like that, even manufacturers are easier to deal with than refineries. With the liquid overflow, oh, it's just... Like the worst case scenario with a manufacturer is you won't have it running 100% efficient. But with a refinery, if you mess up the numbers, the whole factory will shut down because it doesn't work. If you're not using the water or whatever. Player 2 question, putting buffers on top of each other and connect bottom to the one above. Is that possible to make it work without a pump? I'm not sure how it works in the game. I think it's just a pump will do 20 meters and a refinery will do, or like a... So it says the refinery will do 10 meters of pumping, which is what? 2.5 tiles? 2.5 of these tiles is 10 meters. So as long as it's this height, you can get it there. Alright. How's this looking now? That water's backed up. I've got these. I'm going to flush it one more time, I think. If I just go like this real quick, go like that. Go like that. Because I don't think that the water is the issue here. Yukio-chan, I see it in videos but it only works on certain situations. Physics are a little broken, yeah. Pipes can be a son of a bitch too, really. That's actually going down. Let's just do it anyway. Big lag spike. Yeah, like that video that Total Eclipse showed of the, yeah, you can get one pump up the top and just plug that into the whole system and you only need that one pump. As long as this is flowing, well, that's good. That's also good, which means that this down here is using all it can. Yeah. You can do that. You definitely can. I thought about doing something similar to that, but I'm not exactly sure how it 100% worked. Okay, this is actually... That doesn't have the water it needs. Why not? Why don't you have the water you need? Why don't you have the water you need? I'll tell you why you don't have the water you need. I found another big issue here. It's not connected. Oh my goodness. Alright. Cool, this is good. I'm glad I found this mistake here. No, this will be a big reason why this is messed up, because this isn't connected to anything. And I've got like 200 water that needs to be used that's not getting used. Where do I connect this to though? Oh no. Alright, so I need to connect this to... That's going to... So there's 300 water here. It goes to what? 3 machines. Cool, then there should be one here going to 200. There should be a 1 over here. a single, yeah. And that should be, no, it'll be this one. That's where it needs to come from. Because that, that is a 300 line of water. And it goes to just one machine. And it needs to be connected to this other one over here. Alright, cool. That's fine, I can do that. Easy. Where is it? Oh, it's, yep. This is so easy. 1, 2. Go. Yes. Player 2, yep. Joseph Wendorf. That's how the water towers work in real life, yeah. Broken part is refineries and extractors can send fluids into pipes pressurized above 10. If the pipe pressure is higher than the refinery, it should be able to output. That's where free energy is coming from, yep. Player 2, it's good as it is for me. I don't mind how pipes work at the moment, yeah. Most important thing. Alright, so that was a pretty big problem. Solved. That's actually, I'm really glad I found that just then. Because that would have been backing this system up over and over and over. Cool. Alright. So what's going on here? You're getting your water. You're getting water. Why are you yellow? You're fine. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't be yellow. You're making stuff. If anything, you should be green. I don't even understand why that machine's yellow. Like, it's got all the water it needs, all the bauxite it needs, and power, and it's making stuff. There's no reason for this to be yellow. It should be green. Anyway. This. Now what only thing I need to worry about is these ones backing up with water, which they're not. That one isn't. Check this one. No. Yellow might be out of water for a millisecond. But it wasn't. It was like completely filled with water. Like this one, like for example, they're all yellow. Like this is yellow. It's got all the solution it needs and all the coal it needs, and it's making the stuff. There should be nothing wrong with it, really. But I don't know, maybe the game's just glitching and saying it's yellow for whatever reason. Unless they are green and the colours are just whack. Right, so this seems to be okay. So that's not back. Oh, it's backing up with scrap. But that's fine. I don't mind. Although, no, that's fine. If it backs up with scrap, that's fine. Because scrap's the thing we need. This is not getting enough coal. Oh, here we go. Awesome. Another belt mist. Little sneaky belt mist. Found. Good. Yukio, if the assemblers was online using theoretical 100% of silica, why was it building up? Ah, I'll tell you why. I can show you why. The reason it was... I'll tell you why. The assemblers don't use the silica for a start. We'll start down here. I have a bunch of constructors making silica, right? I've got it written down exactly how much, but they're making a shitload. If this overstocks, it doesn't matter. They come up these lines here, do a little bit of load balancing, and they come over here, and they go in this line, and this production line here. The recycled silica, I want to keep that separate from that other line because I don't want to like merge it in or whatever. The recycled silica comes into this line here. And the reason, yes, exactly, Tyrion, because I didn't have the scrap yet. Didn't have enough scrap. That's why the silica was building up. Because the scrap wasn't in there yet. And then it had a chain effect going back down the production line. But now, that's fixed. Okay. Hopefully that scrap's doing enough. But, yeah, so that's the deal with the silica. Now I've got the overflow crusher set up. We no longer have a silica problem. Shouldn't ever. If it ever wants to back up, it'll just get crushed. Which is sweet. Ooh, not getting enough bauxite in this machine. Okay, I think actually I have a couple of extra. So what it worked out to was like, what did it work out to? Yeah. Whatever it was, I chucked in a couple of extra refineries just to make it even on the numbers, and you know. Right, so the only thing I'm really worried about is the water not getting used here. But it always should get used. Alright, this water should get used now. Because, which it looks like it is, I don't want to speak too soon. Okay, that's good. reason this water should always get used priority, hang on, let me just check. Yep. Is because the way I've set it up, the refineries that are running on recycled water, or like the byproduct water, are the refineries that get the priority for the bauxite as well. So they should use the water. They should use it. Hey Axelris, how's the factory going? Did the loan balance bauxite work for you? No. We've had several issues, which is... we've had several issues and we've solved several issues. This thing over here, this load balancing, Axel, did not work how I wanted it to work. You'll have to excuse the graphics as well, because it's starting to lag a bit, but I was hoping it would be reasonably load balanced coming out of here, but as you can see, it's not. I wanted this to be 12 650 lines. So 12 times 650 is the 7,800, which is all the bauxite on the map. But as you can see, it's prioritizing one line and not the other. But I've kind of fixed that. I mean, I might come down and fix it down here, but all I've done is, because each line goes... So what do we got? There's 6 production lines along here, and each one takes 2, and it just so happened that each one had a slow and a fast line. I've kind of splitted them up here on this floor, and then the remaining gets merged and split here for the rest of it. So the bauxite appears to be... Yeah, it didn't work for me either. I had the same result, so I removed the splitters and mergers and it worked fine with the containers itself. Okay. I'll probably do that as well. I'll probably just do that. In my head, I was like, yeah, this will work. But obviously it's not working. But yeah, so you got just this setup, right? Basically, like, these containers all merge into each other along that way, and then they merge back the other way, like in a big loop going around the top of these. But yeah, maybe that's the way to go. But the good news is, hang on, that one's stuttering a bit, but yeah. I think I solved it anyway, for now. We haven't, yeah, I have 10 into 11, so 5 lines with smart splitters, overflow and combine into the last one. Yeah, I probably could, well, I definitely can make a better load balancer than that. I kind of was lazy with it, I guess. I was like, no, this will work. And yeah, it turns out it does not work. But yeah, so I've just rebalanced the lines on the next floor. Other than that, we had a silica issue where the silica backed up because the system wasn't running yet, so we added some overflow splitters in. So that's not going to be an issue anymore. Got these crushers crushing any overflow. Okay, this all seems to be working. Yeah, the scrap's really building up now, which is good. That's what we want. Player 2, when you do these big builds, do you gather first all the ore you need around the map? Like for me, I just search what I need later each time for each part to craft or create. I never reached the train part yet. Yeah, so for this... excuse me. For this playthrough, we are kind of planning our big builds. So this was a... I guess you'd call this a... I don't know if you'd call this a top-down or a bottom-up plan, but it was... We planned this off the bauxite. So we just... Our decision was to get all the bauxite in the map and bring it here, or bring it to somewhere, and make as much aluminium as possible in the map. And once we had all the bauxite, I kind of calculated from there and brought all the other stuff in that we needed from all around. Yeah. The only difference being that I grabbed 2 normal quartz nodes, which are those 2 there, and I grabbed another 2 pure quartz nodes and brought them in here to make the silica. And I just kind of thought that'll be enough for sure. Oh, how much did it consume? Good question. Let's have a look. It was sitting at like... What was it sitting at before? I've forgotten. It was sitting at like 20 something. Tyrion, I don't understand how your merging containers works. How the line between each container is not overflowed. Yeah, it's a circle loop. I'll go in there now. I'll show you. So what Axel was just saying, like the splitters and mergers after this don't work as the way I thought they were going to. We'll just get rid of these panels. So on the bottom they are the big containers, right? So basically the lines come in, all the different purity of nodes come in, they go into the containers and then carry on. Then on the same container you just link them all together, so these are all essentially merged together. So this container goes to this container, goes to this container, goes to that container, all the way down to the end. And then I have just the small containers on top facing the opposite direction. So if the... Which way is it going? So if it goes all the way across that way, it gets to the end. Right? And then it goes up into here and then goes all the way back the other way. And then back down in. So picture it like just all these containers are just merged together with just one big loop going around the top of it. Does that answer it? Yeah. Hopefully that... now, I've done the same thing in the main base, but I didn't use containers. I just used... You could just go from this... you could just go from this conveyor lift and then use a conveyor belt and just go over the top of the conveyors and go straight to the other side. You don't need this second row of smaller containers on top. I just used it though. I just did it for whatever reason, for more of a buffer, I guess. Yeah. I won't even put that glass back. Because I'll probably end up... I mean... I wanted this to work, but yeah. There's a lesson learnt there. Now if I come back here and these aren't... As long as these aren't pooling any water in them. The only thing that's going to stop this factory running now is this water building up in these. That's the only thing. So as long as this water doesn't build up, it's good. So that one's there. That's good. Those ones were good. That's not building up water either, which is good. That's not building up water. That's not building up water. So this is... And the reason I'm just checking these two machines is because I've got these red markers here. So I know I've got 10 here, like 10 down this line, making 300 water. And then there's 10 here making another 300 water. And none of these lines of 10 are backing up with water, which is good. I hope I won't spend a month either. That early refinery, yeah, it is building up scrap, but that shouldn't matter. Like, that's not gonna... Because if the scrap builds up... See, I can find the one you were talking about. See, if the scrap builds up, right, it'll just stop... It'll just stop producing. And I don't care about that, because I've made, in this factory, I'm making slightly more scrap than is actually needed. If the scrap builds up, I'm not going to build up the water, which doesn't matter to me. Because I'm overproducing the scrap slightly, ever so slightly. What I do need to do with this factory, excuse me, what I do need to do is finish it off, like finish off the walls, put in hypertubes so you don't have to fly around to get through it and stuff. Yeah. Alright. Yes, it's looking good. It's looking good. What I will do now... We are making a hell of a lot of sheets. That's looking good. That actually looks really good. All of those pipes working. I need to put something on here. Or do something with that. But, check again your output. Yeah, thanks, but I feel like the line linking the containers can't keep up. Yeah, Tyrion, that's what I thought. That's what I thought as well, and that's why I did all these splitters and mergers. I probably could achieve, like, a perfect split and merge, like a perfect load balance with the room I have here. But I sort of got lazy and just thought, if I just go splitter, merger, splitter, merger, splitter, merger, it'll all even out in the end. But I was wrong, obviously. Dan, when you can you share how this will be piped into main storage? Yes. Piped. Belted? Yeah, so what we have here, what Fry did the other night, and I didn't think he wanted me to show Pete. I won't make a video on it yet. He wants to change a few things, but it doesn't matter. This is awesome, right? I'm going to do it now. I'll go on a little train trip. Alright. Because he's built, the way that he's built this is just like underneath the base enclosed. This train station. What we're doing is we're going to pick up the aluminium from here, take it to the main base, and then obviously put it in the main thing. Yukio-chan, no, I haven't tried that reprocessing mod. The only mods we've got... Can I get a manufacturer here? We've got the what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Production. It allows you automation. It's called the automation mod. I think it's called automate everything. So we plan on automating all the items in the game because that'll give us so much stuff to do. You can automate factory carts. You can automate like all of these things, Blade Runners, hazmat suits, everything that you wouldn't usually be able to automate. And there's a whole bunch of other things you can automate in the. So if I was to do a Xenobasher, we need to automate all these things to automate Xenobashers. We want to have it so our base has all these items repopulating. So that's why we've got that mod. And then we'll have to automate these Xeno Zappers. You know? So there's going to be so many. But for stuff like this, we'll probably just have like one manufacturer making it. Just so it's topping up a container. Auto-saving coming up. I meant when it arrives at the main base, how will it be linked to main storage? Yep, I'm going to go show that in a sec. I'm going to jump on this train and show the once this autosave finishes. Alright, Yukio-chan, what does the Purex reprocessing mod do? If you finish nuclear power. Oh, okay, so it's like you get to get rid of the nuclear waste, but you don't, it's not like you're just cheating by just deleting it. I'll be right back. Alright, back. Pretty complex process, yeah, cool. Alright, so I'm just going to show the train, which Fry did, which I think's pretty damn awesome, to the base. I'm just going to autopilot it. So, he's got... Where did he do? Oh, we'll just go to any of the main base. What'll it be? Main base east, because that's probably the one we're going to use. And I'll just go autopilot on. All right. So this is pretty cool. This Fry, I do a lot of the production setups. Like we both do a lot of everything. Fry does. He's the train guy, man. He does the train stuff. It's really cool. So all our buildings are like square on the map, but our trains go like on the roads, on the natural roads. But he's done a real cool thing with this one. Might get rid of a couple of trees here. Oh yeah. Sweet. That's so cool. How good's that? And then this part here into the mountain. Is there any how to get trains to output 780? So the thing with, I'm assuming you mean the train stations. You can you'll never. Alright, so each train station has 2 inputs, 2 outputs. You'll never get double 780. You'll never get 100% throughput like of 780 from 2 lines. Because every time the train pulls up, it'll stop unloading and it will stop loading. So you'll always have that little pause in the line. So if you've double fed your train lines with 780, you'll never get 100% 780 on both lines. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, stop. So basically, we're going to bring the Aluminium up one of these train stations. This is, I think, the only one we haven't belted up properly yet. So it's double, 2 sets of 13 on each terminal. So basically this is the last set of belting for a train station we need to do. I think one of them's got a little bit more. So it basically gets all belted in here and then goes all up here, across into here. That's the other train station, up and across through here, which needs to be belted up. I'll show you what one that is actually belted up looks like. So this one's actually belted up. It's got steel and copper. Right, so all the belts go in there. And then this one's got what, concrete and stuff. belts go in there and up there. They meet in this. They go up and across this bridge and into the base. There's one way in, and then... Oh, so these belts aren't being used yet. Only half of them, so these are double layered. And they come up and they go up again into the kind of storage area. We haven't even brought the rubber over here yet. We're pretty much just crushing the rubber. Alright. So then, yeah. That's all iron. And then we just bring up from there. This is probably, we're probably going to... What's that? That's copper. Storage and load balancing for copper, and there's steel and concrete over there too. The steel, the irons in here. What we're going to do is delete some of this, because we went probably a little bit overboard with this. The plan was that if we wanted to turn off the grasslands, so if we wanted to turn off, just get some power while we were doing something or whatever, we could turn off the grasslands and still have like hours worth of iron. But what we might do is just delete like half of that storage or something, because it's not really needed, to be honest. But hey, yeah, that's that. Still actually playing with this. So yeah, I'll just go like this. Now hopefully the... aluminum factory, or aluminium factory, this will be a good test to give it a break, go away from it for a while and come back and then see if it... Rodem, I just finished my first outclad production line. How much should I store to have a considerable amount for beginning to my first in-game base? If you're talking about... What's going on here? I must have just collected another train. I must have just taken off at the exact same time as this little train. Yeah. Yep. Once you can make enough level 5 belts, Mark 5 belts, you can seriously just probably use them for everything. Like, there's no reason not to if you've got enough aluminium sheets. Goodbye, frame rate. Well, what's next after aluminium? What's next will be, I think we need to start doing some stuff in the main base. Like, so first of all, we have to which won't be a huge deal, to hook this train up to the main base. So we have the aluminium in the main base. And then we need to hook up the rubber into the main base, and the plastic, and then we pretty much have everything. Like, there's nothing. Stop moving. We're probably going to have to start building some production lines for computers and heavy modular frames and all of that sort of stuff. We already did all of that stuff in our starter base. In one of the videos I did, I showed our starter base, and we had everything. Like, we had supercomputers, we had everything going in a massive mess, and we stored a lot of things. But yeah, now we need to get it going. I love the merging with the train tracks on the foundations on nature. It's awesome. Yeah, I like that too, Rodham. It's not me that does the train stuff. Or most of the train stuff is not done by me. Fry does that stuff, and I think it's pretty cool as well. But this all seems to be... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not... Okay, let's go to the middle of them, because this will tell. So basically, as long as these two machines in each row aren't building up with water, then we're good. No water there, good. No water there, excellent. Joseph, it should produce 2,280 per minute, roughly. That's not good. This is not good right here. This is bad. Okay. That means that all of these will be backed up as well. No, just that one? What? Wait. What? Why are you... You're backed up with water. So are you. What the heck is going on? Right, so this needs to be using 300 water. It's going down to one machine there which uses 100 water. Which should be fine. Okay. And then this should use two machines. Ah, you mother. Let me through. And they should use 100 water each. Oh, it's built up with this, that's why. Oh, damn it, man. No. No. That one's using it, though. Why have you built up? If I just flush this line. I know. Hey, Diablo. Yeah, Axel wrists and so it begins, yeah. It's, yeah, look. It is what it is, hey. I'd like to see your one, actually. You said you got it to work, finally. You're using all the boxer, and you got it to work finally, Axorus, is that right? Yeah, mostly. Mostly. Alright, so I reckon if I just give this... These ones are good. These ones are okay. Cool. They're good. This is just backed up a bit. Let's quickly flush that. We'll be right. That's it. Oh my goodness. Let me have a... And then that one's good. And then that one's good. Oh, damn it. That one's good. That one's eh. And that one's good. Okay. Liquids, man. I did 4 water extractors into 4 refineries at 99% and recycled into 72% solution for a total of 5 doing 99%. Now we're using all the water but not using all the liquid aluminium, so can't waste the water, and the cycle breaks again because you build up too many scraps. Yes. I know. Oh. Yep. Alright, well, you know what I need to do then? I need to... No, I don't want to. I have to build like a overflow splitter for the scrap, maybe. Before you go to the main base, I see one machine with 500 scraps, and you said it's fine. Yeah, it's true, I did. And I thought about that, and now that I think about it, you're right. You are 100% right. That'll eventually make it so that the aluminium solution can't get used, and then it will make it so that these guys down here can't put out, turn the water into aluminium solution. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Yukio-chan. You are right, mate. When I said it's fine, I didn't really think it through enough, and I realise now exactly what the problem is. So I don't know if I can be bothered doing that tonight. I'll do it later because I'm probably going to call it soon. But yeah, cheers for your help. Actually, really, everyone that's helped me pointing out stuff. All right, so I need to add some overflow splitters for the scrap. Basically, that's what I need to do. Overflow splitters for the scrap. God damn it. But the problem is, there's so much scrap. I mean, there's so many lines of scrap. Yes, there's just so many lines of scrap. Look at all the lines of scrap. I also had that issue. I had 5 making 750, but they seem to back up on a line for some reason. It's so frustrating. Yeah, it is. No, initially I thought, hey, if the scrap backs up, that's not a big deal because eventually it'll get used and the system will start working, but then the water's going to back up and I don't want the water to back up. But yeah. It is tricky. It is definitely, I think, aluminium, right? Making the aluminium is probably the most difficult process in Satisfactory, I reckon. It's harder than nuclear. Nuclear is easy. It's just big. And you got to deal with the waste. But yeah. Because this has got so many ways that it can fail. Like these goddamn refineries, man. Like this. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well. Alright, I think I know what I need to do. Yeah, Yukio. Yep. 100% agree. What I will do is, unless, hang on. Can I, what can I use water to make and then just crush? And then just make sure the water never, nah. Yeah. Oh really? Oh wow, good to know Alu is the problem hardest. So my 1 month of understanding didn't go to waste. Yeah. I had a massive amount of troubleshooting when I built the heatsink factory, and I didn't use nearly as much aluminium as this. But yeah, this is, I'm just going to have to think about what I'm going to do with this, because it's either put overflow splitter, because there's so many lines, because, right, each one of these things produces so much. It produces 150 each. So I've linked them in groups of 4. These are all linked in groups of 4, so there should be 600 on each line. Right? It's going to be a nightmare to put, especially when these lines are together like they are. It's going to be a nightmare to put overflow splitters on all of these lines and put them into crushers. So the other solution I'm thinking of doing is, right, I have an idea. If I just overflow this water, okay, this is the water that's going to back up the system. If I just overflow this water somewhere, and this is going to sound, yeah, I could bottle water, but then I need plastic for that. Overflow the water, or just like bring this water to like somewhere and just mix it with something. What is this? Is that deuterium? Nice. Like I could just like limestone. Hang on, I got an idea. I have an idea. Yeah. Yeah, Joseph, that's what I'm thinking about doing. That's exactly what I was thinking about doing. What you just said just then. Except I was thinking about doing it with like concrete because there's so much limestone in the map. That uses what? See, copper doesn't use much water. That's the thing. It doesn't use much water at all. I want one that uses a lot of water. I mean, there's a deuterium node right there. This could be a sneaky little... Look at this. This uses 100 water per minute. Yeah. Yeah, Billy Helms. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I might do this, hey, and then just crush the concrete. That's probably what that's almost certainly what I'm definitely going to do, to be honest. Yeah, wet concrete's the go. That is the secret weapon to solve this problem. Now, since there's limestone bloody everywhere, it should be able to hopefully find some. I don't have the Satisfactory calculator up at the moment. You're kidding me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh, you know what? I have a plan. There's no concrete around here. But yeah. I could get a little bit crazy. This could be really crazy. Right? I have to share in the theory of overflow of water. Look, seems like a good idea, but somehow it gets stuck and the whole system jams. Yeah, are you talking about how I've tried to use the water to try it out, you might get better results. I did all the math in theory, it's supposed to work and it gets stuck. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yep. Alright, well, I think that's going to do me for now. But I think what I'll do is, so this is a possibility, right? Because these setups are a nightmare. Like the water, the pipes, it just doesn't, sometimes just never wants to work. I can take this water, put it on the train, right? Just like, where's my train station? Grab the water, throw a train station here. Okay. Chuck the water on the train. And then take it over here. Right here. We're making like, this is all linked into the train system. And this concrete factory is using water that we're picking up from these train stations here. I could just like turn off one of these trains and just send the water over here. It sounds pretty elaborate, but it's an option. Like it would actually be easier to do that, like send a train over there with water and cancel one of these trains grabbing water from the ocean and then crush that concrete, then get a node of, and then build another, like instead of building another factory over here of concrete just to crush the water. But yeah, something to think about. Something for me to think about. Oh, you know what else I could do? I don't know if this would work. What I could do is, I could I could dial back these water extractors to like 80% each or something like that, and then just send the water from up here into these pipes. That's another option. Overflow a line back into the aluminium solution. That's what I did. Yeah, Billy, that's what I've done. That was the initial plan, and it works for a while, but then it eventually, because there's so many little hiccups that can happen. Like for example, if this backs up, all these lines are going underneath to do the solution. Yeah. Anyway, I think that'll do me for tonight, guys. Cheers for all your help, for those that pointed out mistakes and ideas and helped me. This is definitely not 100% running just yet. Still got to work out a few kinks, but I will get it worked out. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to save the game. And then I'm going to leave it there for the night. So, cheers.